Hey, Alda,
got away?
hi. There's a lot to explain.
Yes.
Alda,
Yeah.
you
Bora's
walked
dead, but
downstairs
she's
with
not
Edmund.
dead. Bora's dead, but not dead. She's a ghost.
Okay,
and there's
let
another lady who's
me
trying to
tell
possess
Alda
her
what
body.
happens first. Let me
And
tell
she's
Alda
not
what
real
happens
scary.
first. Shut up, Carrick.
No.
Let me tell Alda what happens first. So
I'll
after
go
a
get
long
Edmund.
and drawn out conversation with Edmund, you walk downstairs and you find the Jarl, Leo, Jarl, Leo, Bora, Carrick, Patho, and a slightly more transparent version of Bora.
Ah.
Oh, this is fun.
It's gonna be interesting.
For a moment.
What looks like Bora, the solid version, Alda, speaks up and says, "Who's she?"
Who the hell are you?
Oh.
This is my
So we
friend
kinda
Olga.
summoned-
I'm gonna be an aunt soon because of her. Well, not really soon, but yeah.
So I'm
Oh,
just
you're going to be an aunt?
I'm looking visibly confused between the transparent Bora and the physical Bora. I'm going.
I'm gonna be an
What
uncle, but
just
don't worry about
happened?
that.
I've always kind of seen myself as a lesbian aunt.
Lebanese.
that type.
You're. Oh wait, you're Lebanese too? Hey,
Sorry.
welcome.
The irony that I did.
How are
Hi,
there-
Alda. Sorry, I didn't know the trend met. Alda, then meet Bora. Bora, meet Alda. Alda, meet other Bora. Other Bora, meet Alda.
No, penicillin. We're calling her penicillin.
I'm Mercilin.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry,
Same thing.
Mercilin, but everyone has dubbed to call you penicillin, and
Oh,
I'm gonna call you penicillin because if I call you Mercilin, I'm gonna cry.
This is fine. My brother's name was Penicillin.
Okay, penicillin. Why are you in Bora?
Long story short, we tried to res
Which
Bora
is
because we
inside
thought
of
she was
me.
dead, but she wasn't, so now she's got possessed by this other
Apparently
lady.
it is 10 years in the future.
Mm-hmm.
10? How?
Essentially,
Or specifically,
she
you've been dead for 10
dead.
years.
Huh.
More accurately, I should say.
Well, this
So,
is certainly an
Alda's
interesting
death will last
development.
10 years.
I fell to plague 10 years ago.
Oh,
I
that's
was
fine.
brought to a wonderful yet lonely land where all of the other souls of the dead existed, but none of the ones who died in battle. Just why I found it strange for me to see Bora ever so briefly in that land. It was faint, as faint as she is now at the time. But the last thing I remember was hugging her as she went back to sleep in the ice. And suddenly I became her.
Yep. That. And do you want a hot chocolate or
Tried to like take her back,
Uh,
but then we
yeah.
realized that
Say
she's
yes.
actually outside.
Yeah,
and the
I
person-
think I could use some hot chocolate.
good?
Yeah, we all are doing that. Strickland.
Well,
Sorry.
this is most inquisitive.
Sorry, just real quick, just out of character. How did I get here?
You were just hanging out, tending to your own wounds in the hotel slash tavern, while everyone else. They told you they might have told you whether they were going or not. They essentially turned into a dragon, flew out of town to the northeast, where the scale that you lent them was guiding them.
Ah.
Found Bora's body in a war camp, and returned with the intention to resurrect her.
And then accidentally got penicillin.
Yes.
Basically.
Because
Ah.
in the one-on-one session I had with her on Tuesday, she fell out of her body, gained a new special ability, and rescued the Jarl and left the camp to return to the town herself. But you still tried to revive her.
Aha. Okay.
So now you get Mercilin.
So
Yay,
how did
penicillin.
I get to the rest of the party?
You were just up in the hotel for a while, and then you walked downstairs because, I don't know, Leo
And-
came up to you.
And I find them there.
Yes.
Okay. So no magical teleportation of randomness for me just randomly appearing. Okay, great. So where's Bjorn?
here.
Have you seen him?
He's kind of what we call camping.
Okay. Well, I hope my husband returns soon.
He'll be fine. Ain't gonna be here tonight though, if that's what you mean.
Imagine being married.
Okay, fine.
I know,
Is
right?
Bora
I totally
actually
agree,
crying?
random sister. I totally agree.
It's just my stuffy nose. Blame the nose.
Oh, it's the nose.
I'm confused now. You're not a
I'm
sister?
very talented voice actor, but we're gonna come back to that.
Sorry.
Wait,
So
is
we're
Bora
just going to
speaking?
say that Bora. We're just going to
Was that
say that
Bora
Bora's
talking?
crying and is just going, no, I'm not crying. It's just a stuffy nose.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
no, the stuffy nose thing is what changes your voice when you're crying.
wait.
Oh.
Just imagine being married to the love of your life and not having the love of your life trapped in
Why-
your actual
Why
body.
are you extremely hollow all of a sudden, Bora?
She's a ghost. What do you expect?
You wanted it to.
No, I mean out of character.
Autosexuals exist.
You're very- You're very hollow.
They're only sexually attracted to themselves.
Oh
I think
no!
that's different from being sexually attracted to someone in your body.
It's gonna be a whole mess.
This is going to be
That would be
interesting.
interesting if Bora dated herself. But it
Uh,
wasn't actually her.
Wait. Wait, I have an interesting idea.
No.
Ooh la la.
No, but that's not the idea, but still.
It takes practice. It's hard to sound Japanese when you're not Japanese.
Ching chong.
Okay, so where's my Warforged? I'm going to bring my Warforged over here, and I'm going to ask Bora to possess my Warforged.
What?
Have
She
that?
can't really do the possessing thing.
I don't know how to do that.
Da-da-ba-da-ba-da.
No, not you, the actual Bora. I point to ethereal Bora.
Oh, that's cool. Ethereal Bora. I like it.
Ethereal Bora. Okay,
The
so
moment you see her
Ethereal.
next to
Makes
you.
me sound very cool.
okay, so
What
You did
ethereal?
notice when you were coming down she was able to like pick up the hot chocolate mug and drink it. Like she could manipulate objects fairly normal.
She's
Okay.
just like Ghost Plus, so I guess you could just keep going like this.
probably. I'm still wondering if she could possess my my Steel Defender.
That'd be cool.
You want to try possessing my Steel Defender here, Bora?
I actually am curious if that is possible.
Why are you hollow? Once again, I ask.
Because I fell out of my body!
Out of character. Your
fell
microphone
out
is.
of my body.
So you purposely made your microphone crap.
What? Oh no, I switched to my computer because I figured that I need to start doing a thing now that requires that I don't wear a headset.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting.
Okay then.
Oh,
So, Bora wants to try it. AJ, how does this work?
Cormorant.
Okay, AG, I know for a fact that with the state that I'm in, I could physically step inside of it. I don't know what would happen after
Once
that.
per
but
day.
that is what
We've
I'm
already
like-
done it today.
Eh?
Well, you can do that once per day. You've already done it today.
What did that?
It's literally been like an hour since you got out of your own body. That was the first time you did it ever.
I thought that I only gained the trait after I came out of my body.
No, you gained the trait and then passed through the ice.
Oh, my bad.
Now
Okay,
you're
so
possessed.
Really
Possessed.
confused.
Bora can only possess or leave something once per day.
I suppose.
Essentially, she gains the power to pass through a certain amount of materials once per day, as if she was a ghost.
As if I was a ghost.
So
Alright.
she is a ghost.
So she's only like partially ghost.
Partially. It's a very weird half and half.
Okay, so since she can't seem to possess my Steel Defender, I'm going to try smacking Bora real quick.
Make an attack.
Hi.
Okay. I'm just smacking her, so but should I use my dexterity or
That's only strength. You're making an unarmed strike.
Okay. Proficiency applies, right?
If you're proficient in unarmed,
I don't think so. What? That what?
What? What?
it's just
Well, you
! D20.
You don't need an R.
What?
Yeah, the
You know.
R was dumb. You don't need the R. Stop with the R.
15.
Good night.
Bora, what's your AC?
Does Ghost Bora have armor?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that doesn't hit then.
It's ghost armor?
So, does my hand smack metal or does it miss?
It,
Makes
Bora
it-
reaches up and catches your hand.
Oh, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Do I feel it?
Yes.
So I
But
feel.
But it
It's a
feels
weird
cold.
sort of half feel thing. It's etherealness. So you can feel her effect and her rippling strength, but it also feels like it's a hallucination and it's not entirely there, but she's still holding your hand.
Well, this is awkward. This is this is weird.
funky fresh.
Can I like give Bora a mage hand? Like put a mage hand on Bora's head, and it'll be like just like Bora.
A mage hand grasps the top of your head, Bora.
Just pats you on the top of the head.
I can. Oh.
Hit or pat.
I turn around and look for someone behind me. There is no one there.
You turn and it just stays with your head.
Who has tapped me on the head? Did you guys see anyone?
Oh no, I didn't see anything.
No,
You still
no,
feel
no,
it?
I haven't. Well,
It'll be turned momentarily.
I'm gonna hug Bora and I'm gonna say, as odd as this is, I'm relieved to have you back.
Did you say as hot as this is? Are you
I-
turned on?
As odd, as
Maybe.
odd, as odd, odd.
I don't
As,
know. I don't know what you and Bjorn are into, so I was really confused.
Oh wait, hold on. I shouldn't be attracted to you since I'm your grandpa, right?
Oh my god, no! Grandpa, you're such a creep!
ah,
Hey, but we don't know that
Creepiness.
yet, so I'm fine for now. Anyway, now I will actually go.
okay.
No, sorry.
I was saying as odd as this is.
Grandpa is a creep.
As odd. Okay, as odd. I actually kind of want to visit with my parents now. Can I visit with my parents?
Yep.
Okay.
They don't really have a place to stay, since most of the town
Is kind of
sleeping
wrecked.
and finding a place to stay is a big problem now that there's been a surge of like 17,000 people into the town, as well as the destruction of maybe 1,000, 2,000 homes.
So I'm figuring
So-
out there are camps scattered around with people trying to rebuild things.
Less camps and more just people. In fact, even the alleyways, for those who know it, are chock full of every. So you know how I said a while ago that there was like a single line of snow through the alleyways?
Yeah.
It's essentially that. The buildings are so close together that most of the area is covered with awnings, and because of that, you've got like medical centers in the middle of a sewer, and just people lined up as if they're waiting in a super long line, just everyone up against the awnings.
Ah. I see.
It's like this on almost every single corner in the city, and even the gangs have banded together to help wounded and dead. Quite a bit of the forces of the Orange have gone into committing for a body disposal from the actual areas of battle. It's a mess, but eventually you can find your parent in a triage center. Your mother, seemingly wounded with a scratch down the forearm, and your father, untouched.
Well, it's nice to see you again. I'm gonna hug. I'm going to embrace both of them.
Glad to see you're all right after the battle.
the scar down my face, my second scar. No.
Mostly.
Out of genuine curiosity, Alda, have you told your parents that you were pregnant yet?
I told them
Does
that I have a
Alden even know
husband.
yet? Is it better-
I technically do not really know if I'm pregnant or not. It's not even been long enough for me to have morning sickness.
Well, yeah,
That
a few days, but no, I mean the AJ did confirm that you do have a feeling.
yes, although I'm not entirely sure what that
it's a
feeling
hunch.
is. I'm still not entirely sure, but yeah, it's possible. It's possible I'm pregnant. I don't know. I did tell them that I'm married and that I have a husband.
Records.
And that hunch is mainly stemming from the fact that Bjorn managed to hit the bullseye twice in one night.
I'm wondering if I'm actually going to end up getting twins.
Who knows?
So,
Dude.
this stuff like how my kids turn out and whatnot and how many I have would be something kind of interesting to know at the end of at the end of the campaign.
Yeah, that could be a fun epilogue.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be like interviewing each individual player on what they do at the end of the campaign on the last session.
I see. Okay.
Ritual suicide that would take out an entire city.
So, I feel like I'd try and stop you from doing that.
Yeah, but
Well,
see,
we'll get to that on the last session.
What if I
Right now-
killed you first?
You're going to see your parents.
Yep.
Ooh,
So-
parents. Wait, whose parents?
My parents.
All the
Oh man,
So I'm
when do I get to see mom?
so
Kind of like.
you two seem to be mostly all right. I got pretty dinged up.
I want to give her a smack.
So
Your father, still with the ancient burns on his face, says, "Don't worry. You're still as
Be
beautiful
happy.
as the first day I saw you."
Don't worry. Be happy.
I bet you told that to Mom
Don't
years
worry,
ago.
be happy now.
First thing you
No
said was when you were born.
I seriously feel like you'd say that to Mom constantly.
Please, I've seen myself in the mirror. You
What?
can't be any worse than me.
Oh, don't say that. That's not
Well,
true.
you do have a
All this shut up.
rugged look to you.
I've learned to live with my scar, and it seems you've collected one or two yourself, so
Is that all
Yeah.
the instant reply?
2 claw-like scars on my face and maybe a few other areas. None but. So I'm just
Mom.
I'm just gonna say yeah.
You look
a few.
brave, dear.
All the stories you'll be able to tell my nephews and nieces.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you guys
I guess
wanna,
not.
I don't know, get lunch or something? Catch up?
Yeah, that works.
Sure.
You're not here. I'm talking with my parents. Dang it. Get out of here.
Where am I then? Because I want lunch.
With
I'm
Bora,
feeling sushi.
with Bora and penicillin.
All right. Well, penicillin and Bora. What do you say about sushi?
I want to go with sushi.
Sushi's not served in this town.
Well,
What kind of town
Sorry.
is this?
stupid
We're the
town.
least.
This is
Only
a
town
Viking
least for
town.
sushi.
You're lucky to get meat here.
Fine.
Hmm.
Let's go have pork ribs.
So, what do my parents say? How do they feel about going out for lunch?
We'll go out.
Great.
Who else were you bringing?
Well, I'd probably bring Bjorn, but he seems to be out right now.
I can play Born.
So, for the sake
Born.
of time,
Born.
your parents and Bjorn go out for a nice lunch.
I thought
Bjorn.
Bjorn was out.
Well, Isaac.
He's
out.
still a character
Bjorn
in the
is
universe,
Well, yeah.
and I'm hand-waving it anyways.
Okay.
So, the four of you go out for lunch, and you basically explain everything that's going on.
I wish Elise was here so she could invent
Yeah. I think that was actually what she was trying to shoot for, after inventing pizza. Or maybe she was going for lasagna. I don't remember. But anyways, for everyone else, how are you spending this hour or so while Aldo goes and gets lunch?
Maybe I should have like a jam session with Leo.
Real quick, as you know,
Maybe-
on the way or something, I'm going to start giving robots a couple of orders to kind of help, clean things up and rebuild the city where possible.
Oh yeah, they're already like fully into repair and body management and cleaning things up.
Okay, then don't need to worry
There's a
about that.
fairly unfortunate circumstance where a lot of the people who were wounded and infected, but not outright killed, are lined up and essentially in a dismal sort of execution style thing so that they don't infect any
Wait,
more
why are you
people
texting you?
Oh, I see.
because they are infected with the virus
Can I help?
of the zombies.
Oh, I see.
Can I help? Yeah,
You can help, but you're not getting XP for it.
Anybody know cure wounds?
I used 5 slots of it already. What do you need another one for?
Well, not cure wounds. I mean, like, dispel disease or something.
Yeah, I don't think you
I
want to
think
do
you
that.
can't help other people with it.
Most of the people after like
Yeah, that's
2
fine.
hours have already turned. So it's essentially just like a line of zombies in shackles and muzzles being slowly one by one executed.
Ah,
I'd still like to take a chop with the axe.
Just for funsies.
That'd be fun. Yeah, just for funsies. I mean, it's
okay.
not like I got anything better to do. Alda's out with her
So
parents.
Just for
Eric
funsies.
spends
Rude,
like
you
an
didn't invite
hour.
us.
From my teacher.
Carrick spends like an hour just happily chopping away at zombie head.
Running
Yeah,
down the
okay,
line with a great axe, just decapitating him as you go.
It's a good workout at least.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll try
hey,
and
I'm
have
doing
that
them a favor.
What kind of issue did I bring?
I guess I still
Okay.
only
Don't you
have
just
those.
love when you're eating a taco and you take the first bite and it just splits right down the middle all the way through?
Okay, so are we going to be going
No one?
out and adventuring today? Is my question.
I want a jam.
It's possible.
Okay.
The session I wrote
Yes, jam
was
session.
expecting you to go adventuring, but
We're missing
you
some
can do
of
what
the
you want.
key.
At this point, there's no direct line of story besides a couple of leads.
Okay. So
Well,
we
I
can, like-
think what we need to focus on first of all is we need to recover from battle. At least, like, I don't mean necessarily the city, but just like us, if we want to go adventuring. And second of all, we need to go find your creepy mom lady and the dragon.
yeah.
Like,
she's a
they're
big
still out
one.
there.
Okay. So after lunch with my parents and just hanging out with them for a bit, before I do much else, I sort of want to do it again with Bjorn. Just to. I want to get as much of him as I can before I end up accidentally dying on the battlefield, like I almost did last night.
Dallin, you are a horny
you-
bastard.
You really are.
Hey, I'm getting close to heat. Okay, it's starting to get
Oh.
difficult.
Well, I forgot you're a
Okay.
wolf.
That's too much information.
God.
But I'll say yeah,
Yeah.
after lunch.
I'm saying
you
this, but
eventually
like,
get down to it.
I'm saying my character's getting close to heat, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why are we
so,
talking about this while I'm eating dinner? I can't keep it down.
so,
What a
I'm
job.
laughing too hard. I got turkey on my wall.
Peto, you
I'm
said you
laughing.
wanted to do a jam session with Leo.
Yeah. I'll use the.
So
What kind of jam? Now I gotta ask, what kind of jam?
the 4 bards gathered together: Corvid, Leo, and the orc that you still haven't learned the name of. He doesn't speak. He just signs in a language you don't understand fully, but he makes gestures and smiles occasionally. Plays the drums really well. I would like you to go ahead and make a performance check.
Woohoo.
You know, there's something I realized. I have 6
Oh, that was
named bullets that I have not used. I
Oh
got.
yeah, that was interesting.
I have 6.
You have all of
Re- I have 6 bullets with names
Well, technically,
on
Bjorn
them.
has a couple of them, right?
He has a couple of normal rounds, but I have
No, I
rounds.
thought he took a couple of the
Pretty
named
symbolic.
ones as well, because they were +3 ammunition.
No, he didn't.
Alright.
I still have all of them. So, I believe that they're like revenge bullets that I just haven't used yet. You know, like avenging some people that I knew. Just never got around to using those yet.
Well,
That's always a me.
they're not from your perspective. They are, if I can find the bullets.
The bleach is burning my eyes.
They're mainly not your perspective because you and your mom's names are on 2 of the bullets. As well as Raul Yuhan, Hardvar Borealis, Peyton Nagashia crossed out, and Nikothnek Blinston also crossed out.
You know, I should have used the
Or are you
Agashia bullet
listening?
on Mr. Agashia. I should have done that.
That would have been erotic.
You're erotic?
This bullet has your name on it.
So sorry, I got distracted. Patho, because of your performance check, you managed to outplay Corvid and the orc, and it's a lot like jazz with all of the improv, but you playing on your violin and your mentor playing on the lute. It's a very flowing
Enticing.
musical battle. Corvid and the orc cannot keep up, and eventually it's you and your mentor directly against each other, and
Thank you.
you stop at exactly the same time.
Wow, what synchronization?
Well,
Both rolled.
seems we are now even in skill, young one.
Woohoo.
The student out becomes the master.
I must say, I congratulate you. I honestly didn't think I could get you to learn anymore, but it seems you've gone out into the world and learned it yourself.
Thanks.
Well done.
You burned the world.
Burning things for? I love burning things.
Ooh, burning's fun.
But-
Yeah, remember that whole thing with Gracie and Orson?
Yeah, Pita's happy when she doesn't have much to say. She'll just like think.
Why are we playing Star Wars music?
Because
happened?
why not?
I didn't even know we were. Muted now.
I have it at a very low level.
Maybe because it's in reference to our earlier conversation.
Yeah, AJ started after that.
What exactly was this earlier conversation?
I
We
was
were
being
discussing
very
Star Wars.
passionate about Star Wars.
Ah,
And I decided, hey, you're in winter. Let's play Hoth music.
huh.
My sister and I totally dominated Hoth in that one game that I suddenly forgot the name of. Shit,
Uh,
Star Wars
know-
Battlefront?
Probably Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, it was Battlefront. I'm just a dumbass who can't remember the
But-
names of.
But is it the old one or the EA version?
I don't remember. All I know, it was on the Xbox and it was free. I think it was the original.
Hmm.
We did really good, and then we did some PvP stuff, and she killed me a lot.
Okay. Depending on how it was set up, like if it had like really good graphics, I'm thinking it could have been the EA version.
That's probably the one I have.
It was on the Game Pass, so we played it.
Star Wars Battlefront regular and also 2 are on the Game Pass. Anyways, we got distracted.
Just a little bit.
It happens.
So Patho after your session, and Alda after your session,
Oh,
you
oh no.
eventually
Oh.
regather. Everyone would essentially get a short rest in the time, except maybe Alda, depending on how long Bjorn went.
I'm probably not going too long
What
this
role
time
is your
around,
stamina?
needing to recover, but, you know...
I'll say, if you guys want, there isn't much left to be done in the day if you don't want to. If you do want to do something, you can probably find something to do.
Can I get a prostitute?
I'm probably
Sure,
not...
that'll be 2 silver.
Oh no.
It's a cheap ass freaking. I'm kidding. Unless she's hot.
Oh no.
And also depending on which species she is.
Sorry, what you're
Let
looking...
me roll up what species she is.
Sorry, you're looking for a hooker?
Well, it does appear to
Aldo,
be
leave.
that way. And although you have no room to talk, you just banged a half orc, okay?
Okay, he's my husband, thank you very much.
Yeah, whatever.
And he banged
First person
me.
you find,
Husband, schmusband.
a woman going by Amelia, looks to be a 50-year-old female human. which
a little
is-
old for my taste.
Oddly, both too young and too old for your taste.
Oddly.
I'm a 150-something-year-old elf.
Of
I
course.
Too young because
You are
that's a
the
third of my
type who
age, and also
finds
too old because I
beauty.
don't like old women. Sorry, but I just don't.
That's interesting.
You
Well,
can go find another one if you want.
I mean, I'm already married, so I wouldn't do it anyhow because I'm married, but would 234 years old do it for you?
Yeah, see, that's a little too old for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
I mean, she looks like 20.
I mean,
Yes.
no, I take that back. You, specifically, are not. Otherwise, yes, that's a little old. It really depends on the species, because, like, for an elf or a human, God rest that poor human soul.
If you go for another one, she calls herself the Wind of the Serpent, and she looks like 47, and she's dressed in so much makeup, she looks like a circus clown.
Yeah, that's not exactly attractive.
Alright, looking for another one.
I find it's really sad that like he's just like
Third
calling like a
time's-
sign and they go up and he's like actually no, then he makes them leave.
Third time's the charm, or else I'm out.
You know, the best part is
Arabella,
watching my grandfather
32-year-old female human. Long, wavy blonde hair and blue eyes.
Are you describing me?
I'll take it.
No, you're a ghost,
Okay.
Laura.
Oh no, I'm talking about IRL, but okay.
Oh, no, I'm talking
You're not
about
32 either.
I am just reading the description from the NPC generator.
A lot of people have long blonde hair, including me.
She has
Blonde
smooth,
brown,
dirty
no.
red skin. She stands 5'1" tall and has a regular build. She has an edgy, repulsive face, and she twitches
Edgy,
sporadically from her right arm.
And she what?
Twitches sporadically from her right arm.
She has Tourette's in her right arm.
On second thought, maybe not.
Okay. I do have
At
one
this
question.
point, you're out of chances.
Yeah, I think I'm
I
just
am
gonna
I am wondering how
call it
good
quits.
I'm wondering how good my session was.
Really?
Yes.
It was good.
1,000.
Okay, we're not rolling?
No.
Okay.
What, do you run a roll for performance?
I sorta
You can roll
do.
a performance check if you want.
I sorta
You
do,
roll
but I
a
can live
performance-
without.
Okay.
I'm just
Does
saying.
anyone have anything else they want to do in the day?
I want to sit with penicillin and tell her about my life the last 10 years without her.
Hmm.
She probably already knows since she's been in the afterlife, probably watching me because I'm so darn cool, but you know.
I have been watching you, but I'm
I'm gonna
glad
tell you
to hear
about
it from
it.
your
It's cooler from
perspective.
my perspective.
Up in, well, occasionally some of us like to watch the world of the living.
Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Yeah, set a
Sorry,
timer for 10 minutes, Anna.
I'm doing a hair dye thing. Sorry.
Set a
That was-
timer for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Then
Set
rinse
timer
it.
for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Self-destructed 10
5,000.
minutes.
4,000.
I certainly like
100.
to occasionally check in on how you were doing.
500.
Stop
400.
It was nice
300.
to see how you progressed.
200.
From when
90.
I last saw you on that
7,
wharf
60.
to
50.
the Jarl's
40.
ship to
30. 20. 10.
all the way to now.
Retard. Retard. Retard.
Wow. Okay. Kind of sweet. Been a little creepy, but kind of sweet.
Just creepy for me. Hot, but creepy. Not sweet,
Not
hot.
the creepiest
Grandpa,
thing that
you're
we do
pervert.
over there. There are people who they hold death bet. They simply pick a human. Whoever dies first wins.
Oh. Wow. Well, good thing I wasn't a human. I hope no one was betting on me. Were you betting on me? Is that why you're back here?
Oh, I would never bet on you to die.
I hope
Yes, I
so.
want to be
Can I
with
ask
you,
real
but I
things?
don't want you to die to do it.
Why do I not believe you?
Uh,
You deserve to live a long and full life, even if it is without me. And then I was going to wait for you when you finally finished.
yeah, sorry I took a while.
Yes, how do you feel if I'm in your body?
Honestly, it's terrifying, and I don't think, as much as I loved you, I am not attracted to my own body. So if that's what you were thinking,
Really?
you know,
So I think
yeah.
I'm hot.
Fair, fair. I mean, I guess if I had to be in a body, this is the one I would pick.
I know, right? My body's amazing.
Yes, it's so blue.
It's alright. A little too blue, but
Conversation.
we'll watch over that.
I appreciate this conversation so much.
I haven't actually taken this armor off yet. I don't know what it's gonna be like then.
You pervert.
That's really weird.
But anyways, I don't have a clue what I'm going to do.
Well, for now, I would suggest staying with us, because I don't know if you're going to be able to stay in this body, if you'll have to leave this body, like, very confusing.
I can probably fight. Do you have a weapon?
Yeah, and I guess, I wonder if that weapon is still attuned to my physical body, or to my ghostly body as well.
I'm gonna flip a coin for that. Because technically attuned means like practiced.
Oh,
But that could be down to either muscle memory or actual memory. So if it's a 2, it's attuned to you. If it's a 1, it's attuned to her. And I'm gonna flip that for both the lance and no, lance isn't attuned. Also, I assume the party can like recover her weapons from the battlefield where she was dropped.
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah.
So for the staff, it is attuned to you, Bora.
yay! I liked my
And I don't believe the shield is attuned.
Oh yeah.
Did you
Forgot
have
about
anything else attuned? Yeah, it's just the staff. All right.
Hmm.
So if nobody has anything else to do in the day, the day eventually passes, and night begins to fall. Is there anything specific anyone's resting, or I assume you're just spending another night in a cheaper room in the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And
All right.
I'm not going at it long with Bjorn. Just
Could I
short
could I go
time.
out?
Short time.
Could I like go
Sure.
back to the prostitutes I found and like flash a badge?
You have a badge to flash?
I have something to flash. Depends on who you ask.
All
Whether
right.
or
Well,
not it's
Carrick
bad.
is out mentally scarring old women.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
No, I won't flash a badge. I'll just say city watch. I don't know.
Well, then you get the City Watch discount.
Oh. How much of a percent is that, might I ask?
It brings it from 2 silver to just about a silver and 7 copper.
Ooh, nice. Is this one of the same ones I've seen before or no?
Yeah.
Which
I can't
one?
remember which though.
Amelia. I liked Amelia.
Okay, description then. Was Amelia the one with the ugly face and the twitchy arm?
No, she
yeah,
was the
but
first
she was
one.
also the youngest.
No, the twitchy arm was the second one.
Twitchy Arm was the third.
Yeah.
Fine. Sorry, no, Amelia was the very, very first one.
Oh, the old lady?
What do you mean old? She's only 50. 50-year-olds
Oh.
can be MILFs.
Yeah, I suppose I could do that.
All right.
Well, that was an awkward bit of silence.
It really was. Permeated by the sound of
So
my brother
Carrick
shooting his
gets
airsoft
with
pistol.
one of them for a silver and 7 copper.
I'll come
I'm
back
not-
to you.
I'm probably going to edit out
I
the
got
horny
duty.
bits.
Okay.
I'm
mind.
probably going to edit out the horny bits.
Yeah.
Man.
I would
well,
just recommend
you were half
just not
horny.
including this session at all in the recording.
Why?
Well, what's even the point of doing it then if it's not going to get on YouTube?
Okay, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Wait, no. We're
So
doing it long before it was getting recorded.
I'm recording.
Yeah. But also this session, a lot of time passed before. I guess we gave a bit of an explanation to you.
Yeah. That and then there's a little bit of dialogue, so.
This is gonna be a weird dynamic if you keep showing up late.
Oh no, don't worry about that. One of my friends actually applied to do pizzas, so he's going to be taking
Oh, great.
Fridays, so I'll be free to actually hop in. So this is like the only
Yay.
day that I'm coming in late.
So do you make more than 1 million Boliviars an hour?
That's like 50 cents.
No, that's 33 cents. I already explained that to David. Anyhow, moving on.
So are you asking me IRL because I have no idea what that is?
Do you make more than 33 cents an hour?
Yes.
Good, because I was about to call someone.
I make $8.25 an hour.
No,
Wow.
your child. Oh, that's low, actually.
Minimum wage in that state must be really low.
Minimum wage is $7.25.
Wow, you could
Wow.
take federal minimum wage.
Yeah, it sucks. But it's something.
Starting
I'm lucky to have $14.50.
It's gonna be $14 an hour. Try starting wage.
That's a nice high minimum wage.
Okay. So,
So, night passes, clock eventually ticks all the way down, and a very cold and snowy morning greets you. What remains
wake
of the army, however damaged it is, and I believe it is actually fairly damaged, they have gathered, and they are now awaiting orders, essentially, from the people who organized them.
I will wake up sober and regretting I didn't get the prostitute.
Long rest.
Yep, everyone gets a long rest.
Let's go. Should have like mind controlled someone.
Hmm.
Okay, do we want to follow Mr. Scale today?
Yeah.
What would be like? Should we go by Dragon again or no? Like, it might be better to just
Go
like
by Chimera again. That was fun.
Yeah, and that wouldn't activate the. How many of us are there?
At this point, you'd have too many to travel on a single chimera.
Hmm.
Okay, then we can probably find.
If only I had my plane.
You do have your plane,
Wait,
Wow.
right?
did Edmund shrink my plane? Are we going?
Remember you had it in the briefcase?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to unpack my plane just outside the walls.
Okay, I believe last time you did it, it could fit like 5 people plus wobbles.
Yeah, I think so. It's like a biplane bomber.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
So,
I could.
how many people are planning to travel? You've got
There's 4 of us
Jarl,
right now.
Bora.
Oh.
Uh,
the Jarl.
Okay. So, there's, I believe, 3 NPCs plus 3 additional members of the party and yourself. Wobbles can count, and Wobbles isn't even here.
Well, somebody.
So, 6
one.
people.
1 to 2 people could either squeeze into a small little storage compartment, or 2 could squeeze into some of the seats.
Essentially, you've got to pick an NPC to leave behind.
So what are the options?
The NPCs you can bring 2 out of 3. The Jarl, Edmund, and Mercilin.
Let's leave penicillin behind.
I was thinking Edmund.
Yeah, probably Edmund.
Edmund's a great guy. He's useful.
But the Jarl's more useful, and we kind of need penicillin for Bora's sake.
No. It'd be better
I mean,
to
I
leave.
would personally love to just go and study the Sunforge for a while. Hell, I might even want to return home. This is a pretty tough battle, and
See,
I
even
kind of
Edmund.
want to see my wife and kids again.
Edmund's married? I saw it was like a 16-year-old twin.
Yeah. Yeah, you.
The one voice I make that reminds you of me last year, and it's freaking, it's this.
Okay. Yeah, Edmund, you probably should stay, I guess, or go home.
I'm sorry, Edmund, but
Ah.
you have been chopped.
I mean, you can still come get me when you need me. I'm just go home for a bit.
You have been chopped. Thank you for participating in the competition.
Thanks
Don't
for
let
bringing
the
me
door
through
hit you
Alan
and
back.
the good Lord split you
Yep.
on the way out.
Okay, this feels sad that like now that we have to force someone, but I guess out of character, Edmund like I don't really know that well.
I hope to
Hey.
work with you more in the future, Edmund. Maybe we could become
yes.
good
Yeah.
mechanical partners later.
Maybe. I'm gonna work on studying your infinite fuel source thing. I feel like it can really bring some technological improvements to our society as a whole if you can get a plane that can fly on infinite fuel. That's just infinite.
Yeah, I had an idea for that, except for I kind of blew up the battery room, so gonna need a double check to make sure that that's still intact and everything.
Well, from my calculations, the Sunforge itself is infinite to some capacities. So, if magic like that exists, then if harnessed properly, we no longer need to worry about anything with the right amount of time.
All right.
Anyways, I'll go study.
Okay.
Him.
You have a good one.
Who's the
leaving.
person on this server whose username is I want to sex a plane?
That would be Daniel.
Let us not speak of him, please.
He
Let
got
us,
in here because he's
please.
Chip's friend. I think other people know him that too.
Just let us not. Also, I rearranged my keybind so that when I mute the mic on my recording, it also mutes my mic in Discord.
Nice.
So I got that synced up.
Cool.
So, unpacking my plane.
The king.
That essentially skips over a lot of what I was expecting to put in your way, but sure.
Well, we
Uh,
could still
maybe
rain
just-
fiery
maybe just put
death.
Just put some artillery along the pathway. We'll be fine.
Just give the enemies wings.
Or artillery.
Okay.
Anyway,
Aerial
So-
combat. So cool.
Artillery would be cool.
Okay, so here's what happens. You take your plane off. At this point, it's reliable enough that you don't really need to make any checks. You fly the 5 party members and yourself far to the northeast, where they said you would go. You slowly cross over a very large body of water, and you realize this entire time you were on a peninsula, a very small southern pointing outcrop of the actual coast of Pagera. You fly northeast further and further, and eventually get to the next part of the coast here. And you find a fairly difficult time when it comes to landing, because there are very few spaces large enough that you can see to land your plane. And after almost all of your fuel is gone, just searching in a circle, you find a spot of land that you think is straight enough. It's got some trees close by and one big tree in the center if you go too far, but it looks like it might be possible, and it also might be necessary.
Alright. Guys, hold on. This might be a bumpy landing.
As you push the throttle
So you-
down,
Take it
and
you're
a Navy
the yoke
pilot then?
downwards, the stomach rises in all of your throats as you take a deep dive and slowing down, almost
I'm not-
stalling to the point
I'm
where
not tipping my nose down too much. I'm more just
Yeah.
throttling back so that we're going into a bit of a glide, and I'm trying to get us so that we touch down gently enough and that I can maneuver well enough to avoid trees.
you swoop in low over the first set of trees, and you find a moment of surprise as underneath these trees are many, many houses. And go ahead and make a dexterity check as you begin to, you touch the ground.
Okay. Well, I have been flying this plane. Do I have proficiency in this by now, or no?
This is still a difficult landing.
22.
Not for you. You stop in essentially the shortest amount of time it could take for you to stop. And you see as a crowd of maybe 10, 11 shocked soldiers are, and they look like soldiers. They're exactly of fighting age, but they're not people you recognize from Brennan time. They all, scatter, and as you get out of the plane, one of them shouts out, "Who are you?"
Oh, well, we're just adventurers looking around trying to stop an evil necromancer. Hi.
The rabble picks up, and eventually, stepping out of the one building with smoke coming out of its chimney, a man with pale garments and some thicker hide armor with a visible scar on his. Wait, no, I have.
Interesting. Interesting.
What?
I'm wondering if I'm
There
going
it is.
to run into like a cleric or a wise woman who actually
Yes.
reveals that yes, I am truly pregnant, because my character has hints but isn't entirely sure.
Yeah. Pale garments with only a single multicolored band running down the left shoulder, kind of like one of those admiral bands you see. Wearing furs and a helmet, all made of pale leather, and a very almost stark white face. A man with a filthy mat of dark brown hair and a full goatee soaked with blood steps out.
That's not my favorite type of goatee.
What's going on here?
Yeah, sorry for landing in the middle of your town here. We're running low on fuel, looking for
It's her
stuff.
fault.
All right, lady. First of all, this isn't our town.
Ah, my bad. Well, if you'd help us by giving us enough alcohol to fuel up our plane here, we'll be on our way.
Oh, now you speak my language. Gladly.
Alcohol? You speak
Ross!
alcohol, eh?
Bergson, open a couple kegs. We got some newcomers. You got it, boss.
Party time.
Wait, are you opening these up for us to stay, or are you opening these up for us to leave?
We're already
Doesn't matter.
opening up the kegs. So why not?
Okay then. Just leave enough of the strong stuff so that we can fuel up, if that's alright. Because this thing, I kind of pat the engine on my plane, this thing runs on strong alcohol.
This is Armor Bluff. Do you think there's any strong alcohol in here? Hell, even the beer is watered down.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Well, shucks.
Oh, nice to meet you, by the way. I'm Yorvny.
Yorvny?
Touched your hand. And Patho? It would be Patho and Bjorn, but Patho's the only one here. That rings a bell.
Ding ding ding.
I'll look over at Patho.
You have flashbacks to the small amount of time you spent in the army, and you recall the commander that was made fun of by Drift, who, after Sigmund died, declared he was disbanding the rest of the Jarl's men.
Huh. Hey, isn't the Jarl with us?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So the Jarl would know.
Oh yeah, he is with you. Second Lieutenant Yorvny.
Yeah.
Wait. No way, is that the Jarl?
Yes.
I'm half the man I used to be, but this is me, yes. How were you alive? Before we even went on the campaign, I heard you were assassinated. And then an imposter took your face and disappeared.
Huh?
Shenanigans. Blame Drift.
Schmamanigans. Always blame Drift. It's always his fault, even though he's dead.
Well, I'm sure you saw we wound up losing most of the country. It's fine, boy. I lost the country too. It's mostly my fault.
When the campaign turns into AJ talking to himself.
Yeah, sorry. You guys pointed to the Jarl, and he would know who Yorvny is, so...
Gorzhnikov.
Well, that's
La, 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 la.
that's very lovely. We're looking for an evil necromancer. Possibly.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
I agree.
Sure.
Well, we found Yorvny Huskarth, leader of the Twisted Twigs.